Yeah, I had some time to take off, but this time of the year, it's time to get back here and time to get back to where we left off.
Anything specific you worked on individually in your game?
Try to work on everything for the most part. I mean, the post was huge because I thought me playing post in the playoffs really helped us a lot, and just trying to work on just pick and roll.
I find it interesting that you started 81 games last season, averaged 16 points in the postseason, and people say, yeah, but this year you might be coming off the bench. How are you adjusting to that?
I can imagine much worse problems. I mean, I know I feel confident about this team and where we could go. And regardless of if I'm starting and come off the bench, I think that we have a chance to make a serious playoff push.
So you haven't demanded that you start to Mark Jackson?
Not at all. I mean, whether I come off the bench, whether I start, I'm trying to make a contribution, really.
Do you like the stretch four role? You played a lot of that in the playoffs. A lot of talk's been about that. Do you enjoy that more or the same as being a small forward?
I'm actually getting more comfortable in the stretch four. Had a chance to play it a little bit in USA, and then just been playing a lot stretch forward in pickup games. So I'm getting more and more comfortable with it. So it'll be natural during the season.
Is that mostly what you work on during pickup games?
Probably, yeah, stretch four and handling in the pick and roll.
How long did you have to wait to shake the cobwebs from the concussion and get out there and feel like you were 100% again?
2.5 weeks.
Was that a tough 2.5 weeks for you, not touching the basketball, not playing, not doing anything? Tell us what that was like.
It was different. I really haven't had an injury like that in which, I'm not able to literally get on the court, not able to, do physical activity. I was laid up a lot of the time, with headaches and stuff like that. But, once I was past that, it was a little shaky, but it was good to get back on the court.
Did you look at the video again since that incident? Is that something you intentionally refrained from doing or what?
I saw it once, and it was hard to watch.
You think about it when you're playing it all now, or are you past it?
I still play with the same reckless abandon I used to. Still flying in the air. Hopefully, I land on my feet instead of my head this time.
You mentioned the Team USA practices. What was that experience like for you?
It was huge, honestly. I mean, just to be invited, to that, atmosphere and to be able to play with, guys of that caliber. I mean, it's unlike anything else you could be doing in the summer as opposed to pickup or as opposed to, team workouts. So I was just honestly just blessed just to be there.
I know it's a friendly competition that goes on during practice with you and the guys. Who do you look forward to practicing against this year?
Well, everyone battles. I mean, I think that's a given. Everyone here is competitive, and I mean, I always look forward to just going against all the wing guys. Whether it's Draymond, Clay, Andre, Kent, sometimes even Steph. I mean, whoever you're guarding, you always try to go at them.
How do you envision yourself coexisting with Iggy?
Well, one, he doesn't like to be called Iggy, so that's probably a good start. But I think we'll play along great. I mean, he's a high-level thinker. What I'm saying? He's able to pass. He's able to create. So, for me, pretty much all I have to do is just get open. I know he'll give me the ball.
Would your role change at all if you did come off the bench, or what you did on the court, would that change?
Not at all. It might even be more if I came off the bench. So, I mean, that's really Coach Jackson's call.
Does finishing the game matter more to you?
Winning the game matters more to me.
What was the China trip like for you?
China's different, man. The food's different, atmosphere is different, but more importantly, the fans are just so passionate. I mean, not obviously to knock American fans by any means, but they don't get the interaction that Americans get. So when they see NBA players, they're just ecstatic.
And how was was this your first time there? Was this your first time in China?
Yeah, that was my very first time overseas, actually.
And besides Beijing and Shanghai, you also visited some other cities. What's your favorite city of them all, above all?
Probably Qingdao or Shanghai.
Why?
Well, Shanghai is very international.
Right.
So, obviously I like seeing that. I've seen the Boon District and, in the French concession areas like that, as composed to just, rural Shanghai, which is like, real authentic China. And then there's, Qingdao, which is like, a vacation spot, what I'm saying? It's right there on the water. It's very nice. So I enjoyed that a lot.
And is there a most memorable moment or event in China? I know there was lots of activities you did, such as going to a local family and making dumplings.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I think probably the most memorable experience would have been seeing the Forbidden City in Beijing.
The city. Very
Yeah.
nice. And also, we have a question that from Chinese fans. Actually, a lot of your Chinese fans say that you'll be pretty soon in the near future. You'll be the best player, U.S. player among all. How do you feel about that? Are you confident?
Wow, I must have left a good impression when I went down there. Then I'm very humbled. I'm very humbled by that.
And many of them love to see you again. So in October, when you will be there again playing Lakers, what's your expectation about that?
Well, a lot of them are Laker fans actually. So we're hoping to go in there the underdogs and come out 2-0.
Do you think pretty soon your fans will be more than Laker fans?
That's the goal. Hopefully the tides are turning that way.
Can you say everything you just said in Mandarin?
Ni hao is probably the farthest I'm going on that.
How was your ball handling? I know you were saying something that was something you want to work on. How's that improved? Can you say something?
Marcus is coming along well, man. I've been working a lot on the ball handling, so it's much improved.
Your three-point shooting in the playoffs was markedly improved. Is that something you see yourself taking more of this coming season than the regular season, shooting more from three?
I wouldn't say shooting more from three, but when I do shoot them, I want to shoot a higher percentage. I'm definitely working a lot on, getting to my spots, closer to the basket, and obviously just attacking the basket, whether it's post-ups, whether it's coming off the dribble. I kind of want to, get more towards the rim and more towards the free throw line as opposed to just shooting threes.
Think you'll get a chance to play four against the bigger fours, or will it just be when there's a smaller guy on you, or you have like an advantage?
I think we'll definitely try the, me playing four against actual four. I think there's, advantages to that. As I've gotten stronger, I think it's becoming more realistic.
So you got a muscle move deal to get ready for that?
No, not at all.
What will you miss if there's anything about Jared Jack and Landry on the team?
Both those guys are my guys. I was with Carl this weekend at the 49er game. He's obviously from Wisconsin, so he was cheering for the other team. But probably just the camaraderie I had with them. Those were probably, two of the best vets you could have asked for as a rookie. Whether it was going out to eat all the time, whether it was just hanging out with them. Obviously we had great chemistry on the court. Those guys are good leaders, good veterans, but just everything that they brought off the court, I think I'll miss the most.
Did I hear right that you did away with your nickname? You're not going by the Black Falcon anymore?
It changes every week, man.
Is that right?
Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. It just flies in,
Can I get permission to use it whenever I want?
It's all yours, Marcus. It's all yours, man.
How was your experience as an instructor at the basketball camp in China?
It was actually very difficult. I've never been in a situation where, there's literally no language. You can't really talk to them. You can't talk to the kids. You kind of have to just signal everything out. And you ask somebody, do you speak English? No. It's like, oh, this is going to be hard to explain, to get your elbow in on that follow through then. So it was an experience.
You had an interpreter, I assume.
Not for the camps, actually. When I was doing like the big public speaking stuff, I had somebody that interpreted, but when I was like doing the drills and I was in the lines and stuff, it was pretty quiet.
And one advice you gave them is that you told the kids that one way to be success, they have to practice hard and be constant. Was that your key to success?
Yeah, working hard every day is definitely what got me to this position and what got everyone to this position. If you don't work hard, you can't just, become a professional athlete.
You had some of your best games in the season during the playoffs and really rose your game to a certain extent. What can you take into next season from the playoff experience?
How fun it was to win. I think that's the biggest thing that everyone in this organization remembers. Just that atmosphere, what it was like to win. And when you start this season off, you have that goal in mind. You're not going to the season like we were last year. Let's just roll the dice, see how many games we win, and hopefully, end up with that ace seed. Now, we have, real expectations, and, we're trying to fulfill that.
How about individually, though, just your own game?
Just to be better than I was last year. I mean, you look at my shot chart, it wasn't great, for 82 games. So that's definitely something I want to improve upon and just be consistent.
A couple more questions here. Anything else?
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Where do I see myself in 5 years? Hopefully these legs still moving in 5 years. Hopefully I still got some youthful exuberance in me.